guys, it's Soncerae. I want to talk about a text message that I received that encouraged me to further explain some of the things that I say, how I address the opposite sex, or how I address black women as well. It came from Big Sap. Big Sap is always in my chat all of the time, and he texts me, and I want to read you guys what he texts me. Hey, it's Big Sap. Just watched your video about hypergamy. I just want to know why you consider the guys you mentioned in your video to be men. And I say, because that's usually what human beings call other human beings who have a penis. And he's like, come on, sister, you know what I mean. And I'm like, I certainly do not know what you mean. Did I not answer your question effectively? Like, he did not take my answer serious at all. And for a second, I was like, he's about to be one of the people that I complain about if he really doesn't hear what I just said. And I say, I certainly do not. As far as I'm concerned, anyone I'm addressing over the age of 30 will be addressed as a man regardless of how immature their behavior is. I'm not that juvenile to keep addressing a male as boy or otherwise when I speak of men. Too many men behave how I describe on a regular, and whether or not I consider them male or not doesn't matter because they consider themselves men. Now that's just me respecting men, you know. Even though some men are, you know, immature and they make certain mistakes or they do some shit that is just extremely embarrassing, I still consider them men. Now, whether another man or another person wants to call them that or feels like they deserve to be called that is not my call. You know, I just can only speak of how I address men. I just call any human being over 30 with a penis men. And just because someone may not see themselves as completely developed, or someone may see these men as underdeveloped, I try to see the end game of who these men are. You know what I mean? That's why I keep addressing them as men, because hopefully once they hear me speaking about my perspective in relation to some of the behaviors and thought processes of them, they will consider changing some of those behaviors, or not, but they'll consider it and, you know, become a little bit more mature and be men. You know, so I still address them as such. It's a growth thing. It's kind of a psychology thing, you know. I just want to focus on the end game of what they are, not necessarily where they stand right now or where they used to stand. Okay, so he says, I think I understand where you're coming from, but sister, a real man doesn't have the negative qualities that you mentioned in your videos. Those type of guys simply don't deserve that title to me. Is that what he means to say? It's akin to calling a sister a queen when she doesn't fit the description, and also it doesn't help when the guys you mentioned above get their ego stroked by women who find that behavior attractive. It's just like you said in one of your previous videos when you mentioned that black men shouldn't call every black woman a queen. Well, the same applies to sisters calling guys who exhibit immature behavior men. I hope I'm not coming off as annoying or disrespectful. I'm just big on giving respect to whom respect is due. I truly enjoy your videos and I can't wait for the next one. Oh no, that's not annoying or disrespectful. I really like that you are coming to me asking me this. You know, I really like that people are listening and they have questions and they want to clear up some stuff, and you know, if you want to correct me on some shit, because sometimes I'll say some shit that just be crazy and then I go back and look and be like, did I just really fucking say that? But it's not disrespectful when you ask questions, and it's not annoying. The way that you know, spoke up about what you think, that is so important to me. I want everyone to think this way, and I also want everybody to think as an individual. This is when the conversation becomes interesting, because to me, and I did say this about queens, I did say this about black women. I think that not all black women deserve the title queen. Okay, but I do feel like women who are over 30 should be called women, not girls. You know what I'm saying? So to me, there's a difference between a woman and a queen. There's a difference between a man and a king. You know, the hierarchy is different, you know? So I say to him, you don't have to explain to me what a real man is. Evidently I am aware. I don't stroke the egos of men who behave that way, so I'm not concerned with that, nor do I encourage women to do so. When I speak of a king, you will know, because I'll actually call him that. A man will make mistakes in life. Doesn't make him less of a man, just means he needs more time to grow. Instead of focusing on my vernacular, contact men you see behaving negatively and check them on their behavior. Men listen to men. Men aren't listening to women. When a queen speaks, only kings can hear. Men are deaf to queens. You understand me because you are king. I think I've only made a handful of videos about where I stand intellectually and spiritually and socially in regards to how I see myself and how I expect others to see me and respect me. And I've said it maybe a handful of times, I'm queen. That's just who I am. I am queen. And anyone who recognizes royalty, or anyone who is also a queen themselves or is a king themselves, will look at me and see that. Usually a king or a queen has this specific type of behavior or stance or the way that they speak that just shows that. And it's not really much that a king or queen has to do to show that type of behavior. Now, there's plenty of times I've said something stupid. There's plenty of times I've said something goofy, strictly for entertainment. But there's a duality to my life, you know. When I'm sitting down and I'm telling jokes, or I'm venting about something, or maybe I'm speaking negatively about another human being, I try to make that like at a minimum. But at the same time, I don't want to overpower the people that I'm watching and come off as if I'm arrogant or conceited. I do want people to think that who I am as an individual is extremely three-dimensional. It's not like it's some type of flat, you know, situation. I'm a down-to-earth person. I'm a nice person. I'm a funny person. I'm a tough person. I'm a strong person. I am queen, but I'm also friend. I'm also mother. You know, I'm also confidant. There's many different sides to who I am. But I want people to understand that when I do speak of males inside of my videos, if you are a king yourself, we're on the same frequency energy-wise. So if I say something, immediately you pick up on it because you're a king. You know, I'm queen. So anytime I fix my lips to say anything, a king will instantly pick up on it. But then you have men out there who are just men. Their minds are underdeveloped, their spirits are underdeveloped, and no matter how much I speak, they're just not going to pick up on the message because they're not there yet. They still have a lot of growing to do. It doesn't mean that I have to disrespect them simply because they aren't kings. It just means that they're on a different level than I am. It doesn't mean that it's, you know, I should be condescending towards them or anything. And I've been trying to work on that because even if I feel like a man should be disrespected, I still want to be that woman that doesn't do it, you know, because I feel like that type of behavior is so beneath me, and it's something that I've been working on. So even as a queen, there are still some things that I have to work on in relation to my attitude, my behavior, my, you know, things that I say, X, Y, and Z. So I want everybody else to understand that even when you do become royalty, even when you are a king, there are still some decisions that you might make, not as much, but there's still some decisions that you might make that you might think back later and be like, okay, maybe I shouldn't have done that. But I do want men to understand, when you see men behave in a certain way, it is up to you to go to this man and say, listen, as a man, men don't really act like this. And I can tell you this man to man. And when you're ready to talk king to king, let's talk about training you to do such. And a lot of times when men are displaying negative behaviors, other men don't even address these men. They don't hold each other accountable for these type of behaviors. I know women, you know, when I come to women, I can say, hey, woman to woman, what you're doing is X, Y, and Z, you know. But when you're ready to talk queen to queen, it's a whole nother conversation, you know. So it's just levels to this shit. And I don't think men listen to women. I think men listen to men. And I don't think that women listen to men. You know, when it comes to our behaviors, the things that we want to do, a man could tell a woman all day long, stop wearing weave, don't get butt shots, take off them coffin nails, X, Y, and Z. But a woman is not going to do that until another woman says to her, hey, you know, you don't have to do X, Y, and Z. Like, women tend to follow the characteristics and behaviors of other women. And that's the same thing that goes for men. I notice men will pack together and have a similar behavior. So men listen to men and women listen to women. Men do not hear queens. Women do not hear kings. Only kings and queens can hear each other because it's another energy level language. It's like up here, you know, like, have you ever been in a place where you can hear all of the conversations. Maybe you're in a restaurant, or maybe you're in a cafe or something, and you hear people having different conversations. Sometimes you can hear a set of doctors talking to each other and they have specific terms that you don't even know, or you're listening to some lawyers and attorneys talk and they're talking about things that you ain't never heard. I mean, I say stuff like inadvertent malfeasance and a lot of people don't even know what that even means, because usually that's a term that attorneys use. So where you stand spiritually, intellectually, socially, it puts you on a different energy level with people where it's a different language. If you go to Spain, they speak Spanish. You go to France, they speak French. You go to Germany, they speak German. Or when I talk about a specific thing that's happening spiritually, a lot of men do not pick up on that because they aren't king. It's just a whole nother spiritual level. And once you get to that level of consciousness, then you're able to pick up on, okay, I see why she said that. Oh, I understand why she thinks that's wrong. Or, whatever. I don't expect everybody to be on the same energy level as I am. And sometimes, don't get it twisted, sometimes I might even slip back into the woman that I used to be. I might see something that's happening and slowly step out of pocket. Go from 0 to 100 because I'm seeing something that's making me so angry and I'm getting so annoyed. And to me, I think the best thing I can do as queen is still be strong, still be honest, but at the same time, still show love, still show kindness and support. And a lot of people may not think that a leader should be that way. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people think that leaders should be a little ruthless or be angry or mean or something like that. But that's not what I teach. My thing is I want everybody to love. I want everybody to show each other support, at least in my kingdom. Whatever you decide to do outside of my kingdom, I will look at you a little sideways if you have an extreme duality to where you're only kind over here and then you leave my kingdom and you're a shit stain. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about that. I do want to encourage everybody to walk in peace, walk in prosperity, walk in positivity, and not always have, this chip on your shoulder, this attitude to where you're walking around and you don't trust anybody and you don't want to open up to anybody or blah, blah, blah. But I do want to have a practical, a realistic message when I do speak to you guys. So go ahead and send me messages like that. Don't feel like, it's disrespectful or you're stepping out of pocket or something like that. As long as you don't disrespect me and call me on my name or something crazy like that, I'm cool with it, So anyway, I just wanted to explain that. I appreciate you watching. Make sure you donate, okay? It's important that everyone starts donating. I want to say thank you to Harry Mingo. He was actually my first donation for the year 2017. He donated $50. I appreciate that. If you want to donate, the link is in the long description box below. Make sure you tap the bell for future notifications, okay? Have vision and stay focused. Namaste. Hey guys, it's Soncerae here, and you can join us for my 37th birthday cruise celebration on the Amazing Getaway, hosted by TV personality Nicole Hoops Alexander and our celebrity friends on board the Carnival Sensation Memorial 2017. We're going to Turks and Caicos, selling out of Miami. Reserve your cabin now with a $100 deposit by visiting www.theamazinggetaway.net. So many of my celebrity friends will be joining us, music artists, active basketball and football players, actors, reality stars, and more. No, you don't need a passport. I can't even believe this will be my first time on a cruise. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Hey, if enough of you show up, I'm going to make this an annual thing, honey. It doesn't matter if you're single or you're married, black or white, grown or young, I appreciate you all. Book your cabin today because they're filling up so fast. Also, make sure that you like and share my videos. After you subscribe, tell a friend to watch me now. Tap the bell and receive notifications whenever I upload a new video. If you'd like to donate to my nonprofit organization, Block 11, the link is in the long description box below. Or you can visit www.bmagmobile.com for more information. If you're doing something positive for the community, please tell us your story so that you can be featured in the magazine. Email it to theblock11@gmail.com. My comments and user ratings are disabled, so if you have any questions or concerns, maybe you'd like to do a live Google Hangout video chat with me for my channel, and I'm definitely down with that. You can text me or leave a voicemail message at 678-856-3463, or you are welcome to email me at welovesoncerae@gmail.com, or keep it simple, hit me up on my social media platforms, okay? I appreciate you watching. Have vision and stay focused. Namaste.